You've been on the road for a handful of days now, made comfortable by Doric's extraplanar carriage on your way to the town where you all met months prior, Shirak. The party stopped in the formerly mining town of Howl, now turned into a lycanthrope respite. You took on a quick job from the tavern's proprietor and then decided to delve into the huge abandoned pit mine at the center of town, known as the Maw. After delving into the abandoned mines, the party encountered a camp of what looked like former adventurers before their demise. Searching the corpses proved a little fruitful. Doric found a magical stone eye, a rocky potion, while Emrys received a ring with a frog upon it. Suddenly, a huge shadowy wolf spirit appeared and frenetically chased the party through the cramped tunnels. After managing to defeat the spirit in its own style of combat with unarmed strikes, Lawrence was granted access to enter a powerful magical artifact, which bore a striking resemblance to the magical artifact underneath the town of Snowtooth, there referred to as the Seed. And you guys have all been referring to these various magical artifacts as seeds. Lawrence disappeared into the Seed, and upon returning to the material plane looked quite different. He had now a spotted gray-green hyena head with wiry fur, and in a panic or in a lapse of personality, Lawrence leapt, striking Ember to the ground before he was able to regain control over his body. The spirit of the hunt had apparently bestowed the boon of lycanthropy to Lawrence, and whether he liked it or not, now has to deal with the consequences. You left the Maw soon after, and retired to the tavern for some drinks. While Lawrence immediately went to bed, the rest of you discussed the recent events. Emrys especially had something to talk about, as he had seemingly had his memories of his past encounter with entering the previous seed changed, such that Lawrence was now there in his memories in the past, and had talked to him. As you all drift to sleep, whether in your own beds or at the bar, a familiar vision comes to all of you. An endless ocean, a windless atmosphere, and a soft, dark blue glow on everything. As if no time has passed, you all, individually, find yourself rowing a small wooden boat towards the only other being around, a cloaked figure in a boat of their own. They turn, raise their arm, and remove their hood. In the boat sits a stout otterfolk. He looks young, relatively speaking, but his eyes look ancient somehow. You open your mouth to voice a greeting, but no sound comes out. The otterfolk flashes a grin, and then, without moving his mouth, speaks in your mind. Well, howdy. I finally got through to you. Don't you worry about talking back. This here's a one-way connection. For now, at least I hope. Well, you ought to know who I am and why I'm talking to you in your dreams. My name's Cork. And y'all, meaning y'all's group, is increasingly sticking y'all's fingers in a pie that ain't quite finished cooling. And now I ain't saying stopping y'all what you're doing, but the path y'all's walking is one with a good destination, but only if you get my help. So come say hi. And I know one of y'all already has the means, you just gotta figure it out. And then we'll have a nice sit down and you can pick my little brain. I'm sure y'all have questions as to what. And then you wake up.
It's him!
And
I'm your number one fan, I promise.
and as you wake up, whether or not you're in the carriage, at the bar, or in one of the rooms of the tavern, cold, crisp winter air comes through the hits you in the face. Unless you're in the carriage, because that has climate control thanks to Doric.
Thank you, Doric.
And the world is yours.
I think Ember, he's in the carriage. I think after his dream, I think he's kind of had enough weird dreams at this point that he knows something's up. So he's gonna walk out, and I think he's gonna go over to the room where he thinks Emrys is in. And he's gonna knock.
So you
I love the character development of Ember seeking out Emrys as the first person to talk to and tell his dream to.
And Doric is going to pop out of his room, pretty unkempt, definitely just woke up. He's rushing a little. He's going to go to, like, the stove, or the cooking area. Give a quick, like, oh, morning, and to Ember, and start some like either tea or coffee. And after that, he's gonna
Bad
rummage through his
dream?
bag. What was that?
Bad dreams?
No, different. Don't know yet.
Was there by any chance other folk?
He will pause. Well, shite.
Yeah, that's terrible news. I'm trying to wake Emmy. I have a terrible suspicion that we all got the same dream.
While you guys were talking, you would hear little feet patting on the floor, and then the door will swing open, and Emrys will be like in his half like gown, a little too fancy robe, and he's like holding his journal in his hand. You got that too, right?
Oh yes.
Okay, good.
Lot of
Good. We're on the same
folk.
page. Yeah, the
Yes,
boat, the unable to. Okay.
He's weirdly folksy. I can't tell if he was threatening us or not. Not sure.
Yeah, I'm. This is great for me because I was worried I was losing it again. But if that means that you had it, did you dream?
I did. Sorry, I'm
Oh,
starting
good.
the coffee. I have something in my bag that I think I finally know sort of what to do now.
I feel like we're at that point in our journeys together that when someone else has a weird dream, we share it because more often than not, it's useful or
Yes.
ominous.
Especially when they reference the whole group. Yeah.
You know. Wait, when you say, do I also need to share my sex dreams then? Because that could
No,
be weird.
no,
No, okay, just checking.
No.
Let's just roll his eyes.
Just
I will also say that Ember is fully just not wearing a shirt, so that just a little add to the context of the whole thing.
Show off.
Yeah. Well, he's not ripped by any means. He's not a.
Wink.
Doesn't work out.
I'm in the like old people Scrooge, like nightgown. They have a little cap. Like I imagine only rich people wear those, so
Yeah.
I gotta be in it.
Yeah,
No,
Ember,
but
he
just
can't
pose that
afford
picture.
nice clothes.
He's
will
wearing a big
say-
shirt and pants.
By the way, everyone take a long rest if you feel like you got good
Let's go.
sleep. If you felt like you got bad sleep, take a short rest. Up to you. And
I'll take the long run.
if you feel like you got bad sleep, take a point of exhaustion as well.
Awesome.
No, that dream
Dork
is
is-
fine.
Dork is a little inspired, connecting puzzle pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Dork will like just start the kettle and stuff, and he will take his bag of holding and just like reach in and stuff, and actually bring a book out from his room. And he will post. Actually, it's not in my bag anymore. That's right, because we have our cabin channel.
Cabin of Holding channel, yes.
He will take out Before They Became Gods by Papa Amano. And from his bag, he will take out a few things. He take out the unfinished spell scroll, the prayer mat, and the scroll of astral projection.
As you do that, Emrys will turn to Ember and just you and Lawrence didn't share a room, did you? Should we
No, we did not.
check on him?
We should.
You can go do that if you want.
Okay, that's what I meant. And then Emrys will walk over to Lawrence's door and just knock on it.
Lawrence, I forget. Did you sleep in the carriage or?
Yes, he slept in the carriage. Not
Okay, I was about to say,
I was just checking.
he sleep outside?
So, because we never actually established where people were sleeping, so I just kind of left it open for everyone. But
Nearest is guarding his door.
I thought we picked our
Lawrence-
rooms.
yeah. No, I meant like at the end of last session. I didn't know if you guys slept at the
Oh.
bar or in the
Mhm.
tavern or in the carriage. But yes, you go up to Lawrence's door. I believe it's the furthest one on the right, and you knock on it. Lawrence, if you're awake, you hear a knock. If not, you wake up.
Coming. You hear the you hear movement, and then he opens up the door. He looks like shit. He's got a frown. His smile is upside down. He's got big bags under his eyes.
It's kind of a what is it? 9 o'clock shadow, 5 o'clock shadow.
That's a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
Or like yesterday's 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah. So sleep poorly? Dream perhaps?
Which one?
Did you see a dream with an otterfolk in a boat? Slightly ominous.
Yes. I think I remember that one.
Okay. Well, we all seem to have shared the same inspiration in our sleep.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you want to just like freshen up and like come out whenever you're ready, or
Yeah, give me like 5 minutes just to like slap myself across the face a couple times.
yeah, you're good. You're good.
All right, I'll be right back. And he closes the door.
Amherst is gonna turn over. Are you gonna put a shirt on?
What?
Like
What do you mean?
like be decent for the morning?
It's the morning. What are you talking about? I'm allowed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, but still.
Doric isn't
died in
exactly
front of you.
neat either.
I'm allowed not to be wearing a shirt.
Wait, is Doric shirtless too?
No, he's just like wearing like a shitty like old big shirt and rough pants. He's the
That's
equivalent
fine.
of wearing like
clothed.
he's like the equivalent of wearing like shitty sweatpants and a Cookie Monster sweater.
Love that for him.
Nice.
Was just a thought.
So, Doric, you've spread out all of these gatherings from the Amano household. What are your plans for them?
I don't know if I ever properly identified that magical prayer mat. I think I only like did detect magic on it.
You can identify it now if you so choose.
All right. The book, definitely the book can connect the fact that we just saw Corcamano. Okay, so in that dream, Corcamano spoke to us.
Yes.
The little other folk that's been dead for quite some time.
I don't think you need to call him little, but yes, an image of him spoke to us.
I'm little. He's little. We're little.
It's a
I'm
other
not
folk,
little.
so like qualifying little might not be necessary.
Whatever.
They're all small.
Don't call me little.
Okay, whatever. Semantics
you
aside.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm
Are
literally
quite small.
above average.
That's a weird brag.
What do you mean it's a weird brag?
It's a weird brag when you're below average for most races. I'm just saying.
It's too early for this. Calm down.
You criticize me not wearing a shirt. I'm allowed
I'm
to
not
criticize
criticizing you. I was giving you a chance to get ready for the morning.
Yes,
Oh,
and I'm
so-
ready for the morning.
Do
There was
neither
no
of you want
criticism
coffee or
there.
tea then?
Coffee,
I think
please.
Ember's already having a cup of coffee.
Ember's
just
poured
hear
the liquor into it.
like a from inside Lawrence's room, and then he walks out like just still looking like shit, but he's wearing like that Under Armour shit, that like that padding shit, and he says, "Please give me a coffee."
So, alright, so now that we're all here. So, just to recap, Corcamano talked to us all in our sleep,
Yes.
and from the sounds of it, he's been trying to talk to us. Despite the fact that he's been dead for... shite. How long?
Long.
This may be a weird thing to ask. Are we certain he's dead? Like
Hey, that's-
100% certain.
I mean... Well, we didn't dig up his grave or anything, but... We have no idea.
Yeah, the town he was from seemed pretty convinced that he was dead, but
But, magic's a strange thing.
Hmm. He said
Or-
something about like we need to say hello to him. One of us has the means.
That's probably me, since I still have some of his belongings in my bag. Well, I have some unfinished work of his, this strange prayer mat with necromancy magic on it, and the most obvious one, I do have the scroll of astral projection. I mean,
Ooh.
I don't know about any of you, but I am in no way capable of casting something like that. I mean, the closest I've gotten to touching the astral plane is, well, probably just the cabin.
I feel like
At
that's
least
further
not
than
this
most
early in the
people
morning.
have.
I can't do it.
I mean, I could try, but I don't know.
It might be
If
difficult.
you guys want to look it over, you can make an Arcana check to see what you're capable of.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
I
will.
would like to do that.
The scroll is on the table for anyone to pick up.
Yeah. All right. So roll me an Arcana check for everyone who's examining how powerful this spell is.
14.
Okay.
I will actually roll as well. Arcana. That's a really good number. That is 23.
Okay.
I rolled a
7 for me.
12.
Okay. This spell is pretty far beyond any of your capabilities. Doric, you know that none of your party members could cast it reliably. There's a tiny, tiny chance that they could. Specifically, it would need to be, I believe, either Emrys or yourself. Let me make sure. Actually,
It's one of those arcane spells.
yes. Astral.
You're still
Oh no, I
winning.
don't want the generic astral projection. Give me 5e astral projection. Let's see. Cleric, Warlock, Wizard. So, technically, Emrys is the only one who could even attempt to cast this.
Let's
And
go!
it would necessitate pretty much a natural 20 in order to cast it. With that high Arcana roll, you're pretty sure that it would need.
So what you're saying is we need help. We need to hire somebody.
Correct. That's a good.
Well, we have a
assumption.
scroll of astral projection, so.
You still need to. So if you don't have the level to cast it, you need to make a check in order to basically focus your small amount of magical energy into a very complicated spell. With the DC of which is equal to 10 plus the level of the spell. And in this case, it's a 8th level spell, so the DC would be 18. Sorry, 9th level spell, so 19.
And wait, so and what check is that?
Arcana, I believe.
Oh.
Got inspiration.
You do have inspiration, but here's something else. If you fail, the scroll is destroyed.
Oh, that's true.
We might want to seek outside help for this.
Yeah. That's a coin flip of us just being fucked on our one lead.
Quite powerful magic, it seems. We don't exactly know many people who would currently want to help us. Perhaps, well, if we pass through Shirok, maybe we could talk to Kerak. She seems to have quite a few connections.
Yes, it is the
And-
one place where we do have a firm ally.
It's true.
Hopefully. I don't know, maybe she secretly hates us. With our luck, possibly. But,
I would offer to send ascending to her, but I do not have I don't have any magic left.
I could send Reach over, perhaps. I'm not sure how fast we would get a response, though.
If we wait until tomorrow, I could send ascending. It's probably just one day's wait is fine.
Perhaps. And even if we can't find help in Shirok, there is the possibility of maybe stopping by Snowtooth as well. I mean, they're quite well advanced with their magics,
Uh-huh.
and we are in quite good standing. We did save their power source.
It's worth a
The
shot.
humble heroes do have a certain cachet there.
Cachets and
We need-
Tano.
Not that cachet, dude. The other one. Have a good
Okay.
standing. Wrong cachet. God, shut up, God.
Are we really gonna keep calling ourselves that? I kind of did come up with that as a joke.
Okay. I'm the funny one here, okay?
I mean, I know, but you didn't say that joke.
I mean, we're
Maybe I'm
kind of stuck with
slipping.
it now, aren't we?
I mean, for at least the people of Snowtooth Eye.
There's no point
Well,
in changing
I'm
it.
telling to everybody. Oh, that's what we're called.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You guys
But,
haven't?
well,
No.
Branding is important.
anyway, I also have this what looks like a prayer mat with some necromancy on it. Don't know how we feel about using that, but I think
I mean,
getting a better understanding of it would be quite helpful.
I mean, unless Cork quite literally wants us to raise him from the dead.
I don't
I
know
mean,
how I
speak
feel
with
about
dead.
that.
Speaking with the dead isn't incredibly uncommon.
Yes,
Mhm.
but don't we need to find his body for that?
Can't you do that? I know
Mm,
Lawrence can, but can't you? I mean, you don't. Amber, I
Me?
mean,
Oh, that's
Amber.
it.
Me?
I mean, don't you have those cards I've seen fortune tellers use?
I mean, I do, but they're very specific. I can't summon up a specific person.
Okay.
They're more just, whoever's in the area.
Huh.
Well, worth a question at least. But okay, Amrus, you mind if I borrow your pearl so I can get to work on this while we make some coffee for everyone and food?
Yeah.
Very well. Dork will get the pearl
The plural. Here's the plural.
Whirl. All right. So
and begin casting Identify.
I will say during this time over breakfast, you cast Identify on all the unidentified things that you got, both the prayer mat and the items you got from the mine. And you learned that the prayer mat is not a specific magical item that you know of. It's more just like this looks like it was made perhaps by the same hand who made the spell scrolls. What it does is if you attune with it, and do a little ritual with it, it will give you advantage on any necromancy spell cast while you're upon it, essentially. So if there's a spell that requires a check or a save, you'll get advantage on it. And likewise, if you're casting it upon an enemy that needs to save against it, they'll have disadvantage.
Cool.
You do need to, attune to it, and it's kind of like a ritual, so it's really only meant to be used, you set
Like
it up.
Raising Dead.
Yeah, you take 10 minutes to set it up and attune with it and do the ritual on it. Yes.
Well, that's sketchy. Don't know if I'll have enough use for that.
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana check?
Yeah.
Easy. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a 26.
Huh. You're making the connections in your mind, the synapses are firing, and you know that even though it's strange, astral projection is a necromancy spell.
Oh. Well, that might actually be helpful.
Likewise, you also are able to identify the Potion of Rocks. That is a potion of climbing. Emers's ring with a frog on it is a ring of jumping. And the Wild Eye of Nalri is a stone eye that has a number of charges, 6 charges that regenerate 1d6 per dawn, and you can cast the following spells with it: Detect Magic, Identify, See Invisibility, and Arcane Eye. In addition,
Holy shit.
you have Dark Vision out to a range of 120 feet and advantage on magical effects meant to blind you. You have to attune to it. It's a rare magical item, and it's in our D&D Beyond as an item you can add now.
When did we
Ooh,
acquire
shit.
these items?
I took it out of the dead person in the maw. Oh boy, I was worrying that it was gonna be a good item.
However, it does need attunement, and you do need to remove one of your eyes to use it.
That's what I was wondering about.
What does it do if you like attune to it?
It gives you dark vision out to a range of 120 feet, advantage on saves to resist blinding, and then you have a number of charges, and with those charges you can cast Detect Magic, See Invisibility, Identify, and Arcane Eye.
Oof.
York will just have the eye in one hand, and propping up and just like running his fingers through his like scruffy facial hair, just staring at the eye, heavily contemplating his choices.
I think Ember's just gonna turn to Emrys and go, "Do we need to leave them alone or something? This seems weirdly intense, his relationship with these items."
I'm heavily weighing my options right now.
I
I'm
mean,
talking to you, Doric. We're whispering about you. Don't hear this, please. Love of God.
I mean, I'm not taking any of them from him.
Dork.
Oh, I'm afraid he's gonna stab me or something.
Dork, if you want, make a medicine check.
A medicine check.
Yep.
Okay.
He falls to insanity.
That's a nat
Is he
one.
gonna,
Okay,
is he
cool.
gonna bang the
God.
magic item?
What was that?
You got a nat 1. You don't learn anything.
Damn.
This is... I swear it's unrelated. How easy would it be to replace an eye with another eye? Just asking.
Who are you
Who
asking?
are you asking?
Anyone around right now.
Everyone make medicine checks.
I was about to say, why would you?
19.
I was about to say, hey, I'm gonna have like an answer for this.
Ember Delight, MD.
16.
Oh, not one for a 5.
All right, Lawrence, you have
Damn.
no idea. You've seen many eyes come out in your lifetime. Not many eyes go back
I
in. Ember and Emrys, you know that taking an eye out, that's pretty easy. Taking it out in a way that doesn't completely destroy the eye, that's really difficult. And then putting a new eye in that doesn't potentially puncture through to the brain, that's very difficult. Regardless, it's almost impossible to put the existing eye back in if this person wants to take out the implant.
Oh shit!
Doric, I once had a friend during a game of Tano Poker who took a spoon and just kind of their own eye out.
He will cringe at that noise.
It was a very competitive hand, and trust me on this. There's not much usability of the hole that's left. It's not, you can't put it back or put something else in.
What game of poker were you playing?
Tano Poker, high stakes. I always said that.
What's it? Oh,
You haven't heard of Tano Poker? It frequently involves like horses and stuff.
I enjoy the game. I fail to see why one would wager their own eyeball or would want somebody else's eyeball.
This wasn't a wager. This was a bluff move.
Yes.
Oh, that's so much worse.
You have never ever been more intimidated when somebody says call and then takes out the eye in front of you while staring directly at you.
I think I would have thrown up, to be quite honest with you.
I folded immediately.
As disgusting as that sounds, what if there are some very good advantages of replacing your eye with a very magical one?
It's possible.
I think you would have to commit to not getting it back then.
I mean, what does a regular eye do though?
It sees.
A magical eye can see.
I mean,
Ember, by the way.
And does magic.
What? Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever actually explicitly gone over this. Did Ember lose an eye in the fight with Gerlinda?
I think so. I think he does. He only has one eye left.
Yeah.
At least lost vision in it.
Yeah, it's still there, but it's like heavily acid
Correct.
damage, so it's
Yeah.
not really.
You
Like,
you can still see
functional.
through
Not very
it, but
functional.
everything is really blurry. You can only perceive light. Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
quite helpful for you with what happened with you. I'm not saying we do some back alley performance with a knife or anything. I'm saying perhaps when we get to more civilized areas, perhaps Snowtooth or maybe even Krobin, we can find someone who can, with magical healing skills or a very good hand.
it is just a one-way procedure. You know, it's not like I can't just put in a regular eye afterwards.
Do you want your regular messed up eye?
No, that's not. I'm just saying, if the magic eye thing doesn't work, then I'll just be a guy with only one eye.
I mean,
You have a glass eye.
I don't want a glass eye.
It's just a thought.
But actually, maybe
Okay.
a glass eye. You could take it out during a poker game to freak them out. That's a good idea.
but for now,
Yeah.
I don't think we can really do anything with it because I'm not putting in a magical eye at the moment.
Yeah.
But for now, that prayer mat mixed with the scroll of astral protection, that could help with the casting of it, but that would still be quite, what's the word? Tricky.
So perhaps the smartest idea is we find somebody who, well, knows how to do it.
Aye. Or we are low on options.
Yes, but you know,
There's no
we'll take the
rush.
we'll take the worst case scenario when the worst case scenario happens.
Aye, if Quirk has waited a few decades to apparently speak with us in whatever astral plane he's on, perhaps he can wait a few more days or a week or so.
He used the pie metaphor. He can't be in a hurry.
That's a good point.
He seems quite friendly.
I think it's just a southern drawl.
Mm.
In fact, he had a cute little
Yeah.
face.
He is so cute. I love
I don't
him.
trust it. I don't trust creatures that look too cute, trying to hide something.
Look at my DM icon. Could I hide anything? Could I do mischievous scheming?
Yes,
He
I know
lies.
this. I know this
Yeah.
personally.
You
I know the
hovering
answer to that.
above us all evilly? Yeah.
Rubbing my little paws together.
Exactly. Evil
Alright.
paws.
You also
Ref-
have the little compass.
You have a little compass.
Don't know what it's pointing to, but it's out west.
You
I mean,
guys.
I don't feel like. Yeah, that's ominous.
You guys wrap up breakfast. Any last business you guys want to conclude in Howl before you set out?
Well, actually, I do want to do a quick check in at the tavern about what happened with the mayonnaise incident.
Okay, yeah.
And I gotta say bye to Leon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we just need to do a quick checkup on how we leave the town.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right.
You know,
So, oh yes, of course. You walk into the Cactus Prick, the large barn converted into a tavern / other things, and you see Madame Berkshire, the fat werebore woman, and she's kind of just lounging in the lounge right now, alone, reading some sort of pamphlet.
hello, madam.
Hello,
Madam?
I'm Madam.
Yeah, yes. What did I say?
Oh, nothing. I'm just introducing myself.
Yes.
Welcome back. How can I help?
Well, I just wanted to check out if you heard anything about the problem we helped you take care of
She stifles a
last
grin.
night. Yes. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. They fled last night.
That is
Oh dear.
unfortunate.
What a
I would
shame.
have loved to see what psychological damage we had done to him.
Not I don't regret missing out on the smell.
No, that's true. We
I can
were.
only imagine based on how the lot of you smelled coming back in here last night.
Sorry
But
about that.
it's not the worst. I appreciate it. You did good job.
Is DM is Leon around yet?
Leon, you don't see him in the tavern.
You wouldn't happen to know where Leon is right now and his brother?
Well,
Want to say goodbye before we head out?
He's probably in his house. I would assume getting quality time with family is important.
You know where I can find that?
2 doors down on the left.
Thank you. And it was a pleasure meeting you in our time in Howl.
It's a pleasure meeting both of you two beauties as well.
Oh, darling.
Oh, thank you.
You come back. We have plenty of goods for you, should you so choose.
Thank you.
Town in general, not just here. Although. Where are you guys headed to?
Well, I have a few places, but right now we're just trying to go back to a friend of ours in Shirok. After that, maybe Snowtooth or Krobin.
Well, smooth travels through the border gate.
What can you tell us about that? Is it intense there?
Aside from the fact that it's a border gate, it's not super intense. Unless you're criminals.
No reason.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be fine.
Keep my mouth shut. You'll be fine.
Well, Amber, if you need anything else here, or I'm going to go find Leon.
Considering that this house also kind of has a brothel vibe to it, I don't think I can do a takeaway. Can I? No. No, that's not. No.
You can come back later. Later in the campaign.
Yeah, probably can't do a drive-through window on this one, no.
No. You guys leave, head over to Leon and Gabriel Jevudan's house. Knock on the door. And Leon opens the door creakily and kind of looks a little happy to see both of you. Oh! Hello, Doric, Ember. Good to see you again. You survived!
Aye, we did. All intact, at least.
More or less for your friend.
Hey, he's
How's he doing? Dealing with it okay?
he's handling it. He looked tired this morning, but that's not surprising.
He's not handling it well then.
No.
No one does. It's difficult. Just be there for him. Don't get too close. And the full moon, get ready. Chains, I would suggest.
Not my first time dealing with that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but Ember, though, this is your first werewolf, I'd assume. Well, not a wolf, is he, though?
Where?
Either
Dina.
way, I am not a fan.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Yes, I was just going to say that.
Okay, that's...
Is Lawrence here? Are we here?
No, I don't know. I was assuming it was just Doric and Ember.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah. This would not be going
I
on.
assumed that Lawrence went into the tavern, and then once Doric and Ember split off to go see Leon, I stay behind.
Sure. That
Yeah,
works.
two of us can be hanging out.
Grab a little
yeah.
drink or something.
I was just gonna be like, damn, they're just saying all of this with them right there.
Well,
listen. There's a little, I don't know if it's a trick, but just accept him for who he is and help him do the same.
Hey, that's
You can't change it, and many people don't survive going down there. So the fact that he did, is impressive.
perhaps I can take him to my old home. Maybe they'll have some advice for him.
I think they'd be good.
But he has a thing with hyenas and gnolls that it's gonna make it difficult, but
The spirit is a trickster a little bit, always picking the worst possible animal for you to contend with.
oh, you have no idea with him. But anyway, while we're visiting, well, we're gonna be heading out of Howl. We have to get on the road and.
I didn't expect you to stay all the time, but at least you're here for one day. And I'm glad you took me here. It was nice traveling with y'all. I would
Of course,
be staying,
friends.
I'll be staying back with my brother. I hope that's not too much of an inconvenience for your party.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you know, no offense, but it wasn't like you were an integral part of the traveling experience.
You are so
But
true.
you were incredibly helpful when we managed to take on the
it was
problems
nothing.
in Tano.
I did almost attack one of you. Well, actually, no, I did actually attack. I did actually attack one of your party members. So, that bitch got into my brain and made me think all silly. But won't happen again.
That's
Travel
one
safe.
way to phrase it.
Travel safe.
Hey, and you too. Stay out of trouble
We'll see.
if you can.
We'll see. Maybe I'll see you out west. I was going to be traveling out that way anyway. Maybe I'll take my brother this time and make the trip my friends couldn't. I'll do it for them.
Just a piece of advice. I don't know, put up some signs next to the mall or something. Just make it easier for people next time.
Easier for what?
Like Maze like down there.
Yeah, for the thing that goes on down there.
No, that's the point, you understand. It's a gauntlet. If you're not worthy, you don't get it.
Well, then just write that on the sign and put it in front.
Hey. At least,
I really do
tell
like
them.
you guys, but this is just how we do things around here. There's reasons. Pompous and, full of himself, self-confident people, they need to get what's coming to them sometimes.
They don't deserve to live,
And the death pit is the best option here. I mean, we just use mayonnaise. I don't feel like you need a death pit.
I think everyone here was pretty clear about the danger it posed, yes?
They did tell us that it was dangerous and gave us looks of we might die.
Yes, but that's incredibly vague.
If we told you all you have to do is punch him a few times, then you understand, right? You can't be giving his boon out to anyone that just asks. You have to be worthy.
Bit of an ass, though.
A bit more, just a bit more would be useful. Just a tiny bit more. I mean, that place is dangerous, don't go there. A person once said to me before I went on a date, you know what I mean? It's not useful. That can mean anything. That date went terribly, by the way, but that's not the point.
I'll take it with consideration.
Well, I hope we somehow manage to meet you again, because, well, you have an ally in definitely me, and I'm sure the others wouldn't mind helping out whenever.
Tentative allies, I'm sure.
It was nice traveling with you, Dork.
Hey. Good meeting you.
He's gonna kind of wave off and slowly close the door.
And alright. Time to eat and get everything ready.
Yeah.
Let's blow this place.
You get your caravan packed up.
Full stand.
And you set out, leaving the town of Howl behind you. And those
Hey,
horses out of here.
hey, Lawrence.
Yes.
Is it still a bad time to ask you about the scene?
I've calmed down a little bit.
I mean,
Ask away.
I can hold myself back for a few more days.
No, it's all right. I think it's best we talk about it now before I forget.
Good.
Well,
Do you want to just vaguely describe what
yeah.
happened so I don't miss anything?
So, and this is me telling everybody, by the way. So I went in there. Sorry, I'm just reading through the words inside of my brain.
No, you're good.
Um,
These animals are insane. Get a better one.
all right. So basically, I was standing in a big body of water. There was this red orb in front of me. I touched it, but only after I felt a presence like beckoning me towards it. I touched the orb, and then suddenly I see 11 other orbs in a circle, all different colors, and you're behind one of them. And then I see you with your hand outstretched to the blue-white orb. You look the way you did back in Snowtooth, not now. And you, it looked like you cast a mage hand out into the ether, but then almost instantly all the threads shoot up and down, and they make. Oh, yeah. So you tried to cast a mage hand, and it's like it formed from the threads that were around us. It's this weird. I don't know how to describe this plane, but we've both been there.
Yes, yes.
It's the one with the threads. But so you prod one of the statues with the mage hand, and as you touch it, there's a small puff of energy, and it's like I don't know. It felt like there was just so much going on, but none of it like I don't know. But long story short, there was a red orb. The orb was a wolf. I touched it. I was in the place with all the other seeds. And I touched the orb again. Find myself in a wooden clearing, a bunch of wolves, similar to the ones I saw. And the wolf gave me a boon. He said he has an important mission for me to carry out. He'll be living with me. Lovely. And he said he was called the core of ferocity, patron of the hunt, spirit of brutal necessitation, if any of those ring a bell. And then I woke up and we all remember what happened next.
So, DM, on me remembering, did I remember them being colors? Because I don't remember seeing colors.
Yeah, as you kind of trace your memory back, they were all faintly different colors. They're all very bright, but there are faint colorings to them. So the one you were touching was kind of like silvery blue.
Okay. That still tracks with what I had imagined anyway. So you touched the maw. You went in, you saw all other 11 artifacts. And then you said you saw the giant wolf god? Or did he just speak to you?
You didn't see the wolf until you went into the sphere.
Yeah. So there was an orb that was behind me, and then I walk into the orb. I think I walked into the orb, and then it sent me to that other place that was like a clearing. And that's where I saw the big wolf.
Man. Okay.
So there wasn't anything like that when you went into the seed.
I didn't go into the seed. I let go of the seed, I believe, if I remember
Um,
correctly.
hmm,
Which I'm now cursing.
I mean, I don't know how good of an idea this is. We are much stronger now. I can literally revive you if you die and your body is not completely disintegrated.
I mean, if we end up going back through there, I
If there
am
was a boon here,
infinitely.
although I don't know how much a boon this is, but something. There must be something at the seed.
Mhm. Okay, okay. And the other one was in Snowtooth, right, Spencer?
Yep. In the roots of
Okay.
Snowtooth.
Okay. Well, this makes me want to go back to the other one.
Hmm. Are we each gonna have to go into one of the seeds?
I don't think everyone has to if they don't want to, but if we do find a third, I would volunteer if nobody else would want to.
Hmm. Lawrence will just like glance over at Doric and Ember.
One of us is probably driving the carriage. I'll say Doric is.
So,
We could
in
have
the
Ember's just
same
chilling.
you can
in the
have this
same idea.
discussion when you guys are taking a break if everyone wants to be there.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
We could have the window open.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'll say Emerson's out the window. And so, Doric, are we passing by Snowtooth?
What was that?
Are we traveling past near Snowtooth?
I wouldn't be opposed to stopping by it.
I would not either.
I mean, on the map, either way, we're gonna have to pass through Sparrow Glen, and well, it looks like there could be a path that leads us to Snowtooth. Get there, maybe take a quick detour into Sheerrock just to get some advice from Kerak, see how things are going.
Mhm. Well,
Mhm.
we're already heading in that direction.
Aye, so perhaps we can go to Snowtooth first, since see how the other seed is doing there.
Mhm.
I suppose that's not a terrible idea.
I might need help getting into it, but
We're much
Well,
more
I mean,
experienced now.
yes.
And you have tons of magical artifacts now.
You do have
that's
the ghost
true.
hammer.
Hmm.
I can turn invisible if I want, plus my cloak.
That's
And our
true.
standing. Our standing, we do still have that there. That's a useful addition.
Yes.
I'm not counting on our standing, considering that. Oh, I
Well,
actually
I
don't
do.
know if any of you know this besides Doric, but I did go back to the seed without permission, and I was escorted unhappily out of its premises.
Nice.
When?
I still
Um,
have that fluid you got me.
I had wanted to go back without telling you, but I was unable to actually get near the seed, so instead I collected some of its acidic residue for our dear friend Doric.
Why? Oh God, why would you do that?
It had
Oh,
acidic residue.
Yes,
Hey,
it
It
was
was
very corrosive to the
it
touch.
it's well not corrosive and not acidic. It was basically lightning, liquid lightning.
Ah, yes.
It burned very
It
badly,
it
regardless.
shocked you, yeah.
I'm wondering
Um,
if perhaps they can have some books on the usage and applications of that bright fluid that they had.
Maybe they've forgotten about me.
Ooh, here's hoping.
So,
I mean, hopefully us saving the town somehow, evens out. You trying to,
I just
touch
wanted
them
to
with...
look at it. They wouldn't even let me near it.
Yeah, no shit.
I fail to see how that's my fault.
That's entirely your... What are you talking about?
They're holding one of the world's most unsolved artifacts, so I'm not even allowed to look at it.
They didn't know that. It's just a power source for them.
Even more reason to let me look at it.
please, 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 please let me in the nuclear reactor. I swear, I just want to look at it.
It's very much...
Don't pay attention to the screwdriver.
Please.
Emrys,
Can I see the
Emrys, look
demon
at
core, please?
me. Emrys, don't make me be the voice of reason. That's a bad look for both of us.
I just knew that at the time, you guys would not understand my reasoning. And I see
don't
now that I
understand
was
it
correct
now.
because you still don't understand my reasoning.
Because it's a bad reason.
Ah,
Well, if they kick you out, I can always go and try it. I
want
wouldn't
to
mind seeing the
no,
strangeness.
no. That's the one I touched. That one's mine. We'll find you a third one.
Fine. The next one, I get
You
to
can have
take.
the next one,
You
but this one's
don't have
mine.
ownership
Yes,
over
it
the
is.
magic
This one's
orb.
mine. This one's mine.
Oh, he's going crazy with power.
I,
My magical orb, mine!
I agreed that this new one could be Lawrence's, and the third or fourth could be your guys's. But this one is mine.
No, what are we doing? Why are we?
There's
have
many
a
others like it,
connection.
but this is mine.
Oh,
This one is
boy.
mine.
We're absolutely not
precious.
awarding. We're not
I'm not
awarding.
saying I take it,
orbs.
but it's intellectually it is mine.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean?
Jesus.
No, it isn't. That's not how intellectual property works.
Philosophically, it is mine.
Fuck is intellectual property.
A Tano thing. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, who wants to switch out with me? I'd rather work on some projects if we're
Yeah,
a good way onto the road.
Yep.
I can drive. Ride, whatever.
All right. Ember hops up.
Work.
Dork, you go to her workshop.
Yes.
And for the next couple days, since we are skipping a bit, you guys make good travel through the deserts. You see the beautiful orange rusty mesas and canyons that are striated with beautiful multicolored rock. You see multiple vultures circling,
Let's go.
antlions in the distance, and some other
Fuck yeah.
animals.
What kind of vulture, Spencer?
They are mostly just black vultures.
Oh yeah, love those guys.
And over the course of the next couple days, Doric, you managed to complete your the work you've been doing on the longsword of spell rending.
Yeah.
I will say, assuming that is what you're working on.
Yes.
Okay. I will say you don't need
Can
to
we
make
also
any...
say that over the course of this time, we can act it out? I'm not saying we can't act it out. We don't have to act it out, but Lawrence will apologize for trying to kill and eat Ember.
Oh, go for it. If we want to keep it a little short, but yeah, go for it if you want.
Oh, I'll keep it short.
How are we? What scene is this?
This is... I mean, it's up to you. If you go on, knock on his door or whatever.
I actually had in mind once Doric stopped being the driver and then Ember got up, I would also get up.
Sure. Yeah, you both
And-
sit up at the whatever it's called, the conductor seat or whatever.
Hey, so I'm really, 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 really sorry that I tried to kill and eat you. And
Okay.
I understand if you need some space.
I mean, you clearly don't.
I can leave right now. but I really wanted to let you know that I am very sorry.
If you say so.
This is the one response I was not prepared for, which was really terrible hindsight on my part, to be honest.
Ooh, shit, I need to feed baby.
Fuck.
Does Ember just cut it off there?
Yeah. Yep, he's not saying anything.
Okay.
All right
All
then.
right.
Damn, I did say short, but well.
That fit perfectly with the idea I had, so this works.
Holy shit.
All right, Lawrence, do you stay up top or do you go back in?
No, he is leaving, and he is a little bit sad about it, but he is leaving.
Uh-huh.
It's the most devastating card you get the silent treatment from.
I know. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, shit. Patron just left to feed the cat.
Damn.
Well, I was gonna do the. Well, Doric is, tinkering away in his workshop. You guys arrive at a little outpost. Well, okay. I'll back up for a little bit. You guys have been trundling along this little just dirt road throughout the desert, and after about 3 days, it tees up into a nice cobbled road that a little signpost points one way to near Hanan.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
You guys have just reached the T of the Snowbird Road, where one way points to near Hanan and the other points to Forsen Gate. And it's at this point that Doric bursts out of his workshop, holding a beautiful longsword with 3 little arcane runes on the base of the blade.
What the hell is that?
Oh, just before I continue that, could I also have just very quickly done an appraisal of the broken staff?
Like how much it costs?
The broken staff, like,
You want to appraise it, or you would just want to like examine it?
examine it. Like, how easy would
Oh.
it be to like fully repair it?
Physically, not hard at all. Magically,
Oh yeah, I know that.
physically, like not at all. You just cast mending on it, but it would be
Yes.
mundane. You could do that like
Yes.
instantly.
I will do that regardless.
Okay, so you see Doric burst out of his workshop, one hand holding a beautiful longsword, the other hand holding Garrett's quarterstaff. Fully intact now.
You fixed it.
Well, I've fixed it physically. I don't know about the magic though. I don't know if I can fully repair whatever your old friend put on the staff. Not my kind of magical forte. But
Can I touch the staff and see if it makes me feel anything?
Makes you feel
I
sad.
will definitely hand it over to him. Like, even if it doesn't have its magic, I'm sure it's sentimental to you.
Makes you feel sad. It's cold. Just normal wood.
Oh.
But it's
He still says,
back in one piece now.
Thank you very much, Doric. This means a lot.
Hey, no problem. But on my other hand, I finally fixed up the longsword with my own improvements. Longsword of spell rending no more. Meet Spell Eater.
Oh,
That
Sounds
is an
ominous.
awesome name.
Spell Eater is an
I
equipable
know.
item in D&D Beyond now.
Yay! Oh god damn it! No, Steam, go away.
So what does it do?
Well, hang on, let me get rid of the longsword spell rending. Then Spell Eater, add to inventory. So Spell Eater, well, do you want an explanation or do you want me to show it what it can actually do?
I
Whichever's
would like you to show.
Alright, someone throw a simple spell at me.
I
Can I have your pack?
throw a sacred flame at you.
Okay, let me get prepared first, and then that way we
Okay.
can do this right. Aim for the sword, please.
Doric, you have advantage on the save because you're ready for it, and the bonus from the sword. So make a dex save with advantage and add +4 to your save.
Damn.
That
The DC
is
would
a
be 16.
16? Good, I got a 16.
Fuck yeah.
So you see Lawrence, as you cast this spell, a searing bolt of radiant energy just streaks down from the ceiling at where Doric is. He nimbly dodges out of the way, almost, and the last bit of energy that would strike him in his leg gets sucked up into the sword. And you see one of the runes on the sword's base start to glow a brilliant yellow.
What does the yellow mean?
I mean, the sword ate it. It ate the spell.
And
I'm so glad that worked. You almost hit me, to be honest.
I'm also glad it worked. I didn't want to hit you.
But anyway, this works as the same principle as a absorb element spell. Sword eats the spell, takes the element of the spell, and depending on how powerful the spell is, I can put it back out into the sword, and Doric will hold out the sword to his side, and the rune and the blade will glow slightly with radiant energy. And with a wide swing, making sure he doesn't hit anything, he will use the charge. He will swing the sword and leave behind a bright radiant streak across the air.
And you'll now notice that
Damn.
the rune is no longer glowing. So, mechanically, use a reaction to gain a bonus to your AC or any physical saving throw, i.e. strength, dex, or con, equal to your proficiency bonus. If you succeed, or the attack misses, you will fill a number of charges equal to the spell's level, up to a maximum of 3, of the type of damage the spell was. And then you can expend up to 3 charges per attack, dealing 1d8 additional damage of the type per charge.
Damn, that's pretty fucking cool.
Hey, perhaps I can show it to the blacksmith I got the sword from. Let him take notes. Thank him for giving me the sword in the first place.
Do we continue on traveling?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
I'm assuming, but I don't want to force. Are you headed to Forsen Gate, or are you headed to Nirhanen?
We are headed to Forsen Gate.
Very well.
Yes, I'm good with that.
All right, then.
Also,
So,
what time are we thinking of ending?
probably 9, maybe 9:15.
Okay, beautiful. I was just about to say, I have to wake up early tomorrow, and 9:15 is generally where I'm
I have to
trying
wake up
stop.
early. I have a meeting at 7 a.m., which I'm not looking
Oh,
forward
that
to.
is rough.
Yep. Yes,
I
but
have to leave my house for an hour and a half commute to Staten Island.
yeah. So we'll skip through. Yeah. So you guys make it to Forsen Gate, traveling on this road. You pass by a lot of caravans, and none of them pay you much attention. You pretty much look like a normal caravan on the outside. And
Dork will make sure to clean up himself a little bit.
Yeah.
Make sure not to wear his cloak.
Are there any?
And look like a very happy, nice, and unassuming blacksmith.
Are there any preparations you guys do before you enter the border crossing?
I don't know, do we carry anything illegal? Do we need to dump some contraband?
Is border crossing a real thing?
That's just like when you entered the Tana Republic and you had to go through the gate on the barge. This is, you can assume, something like this.
I think I'm good then.
There are some guards that look like up ahead. You see guards occasionally poking around in carriages, asking people questions, potentially, just kind of checking out, making sure no one's smuggling anything in or out, or there's no, wanted people, it seems.
Dork is going to put Dearest in his room and cover him with like a tarp.
You pull up, and you see a small gnomish man kind of hop out of a little shack and says, "Ah, you guys have a good time in Tano?"
Dork will give him a traditional greeting in Gnomish and be like, "Oh, aye. Oh, aye, we saw many good sights. Interesting times there.
Oh, what was your favorite sight?
Oh, seeing the spires in the palace. That was quite a nice sight."
The moon exploding as well.
Do you say that?
I'm gonna mutter it so anybody in our party can hear.
The gnome just kind of narrows his eyes at you. Aye, sure. No one really brings that up. People are trying to forget about it.
Oh, I'm sorry, my friend here. Yeah, he has some issues.
Aha.
Not to expose too much what he says. In his head, when he was a kid.
I don't really care. Where are you guys headed?
Well, dickhead. What?
We're heading to Sparrow Glen for now.
Oh, okay. Keep on your toes. Heard there's a beast about.
Oh? What kind of beast?
Oh, I don't know. Just heard about it. People coming from in there. They say they beware the beast. I don't know what they say.
That's not...
As long as they're not bringing in any drugs.
Well, that's quite ominous. I don't think we have any drugs on us, luckily.
You don't think? Or you don't know? Or you do know?
I don't think so.
I do know.
You do
We
know.
know that we do not
We
have
do
the
know.
drugs.
Do you actually have drugs? I think
What
you
is the
do.
definition of drug?
The only drugs we have are alcohol.
The alcohol's a drug. I thought Ember has tobacco.
Yeah. Lots of it.
That's whatever.
That's why. What would you define as a drug?
Oh yeah, Anubis had all the drugs.
Anubis did have drugs.
Anubis does have all the drugs.
Drug is a mind-altering substance.
All right, roll a persuasion check, Doric.
Oh,
I
fuck.
will give you guidance.
Sure.
Guidance? Alright, where's my persuasion? It's not that bad. That
we have our
is
spirit.
a 12.
Okay.
Oh, wait, with the guidance, what is the guidance? It's 1d4,
1d4.
right? 12 plus, come here. That is a 13.
Uh-huh. Kind of narrows his eyes a little bit. What? I can't stop you from exporting drugs, I guess. Unless you aren't harboring any criminals, are you?
No.
You'd be stupid to say yes.
Yeah, I'd rather not get stabbed in the back by any murderous wretches.
I mean, does anyone ever say yes when you ask that question?
You'd be surprised. There was a paladin who took an oath of honesty and, well...
Oh.
Kind of fucked him over.
Oh, dear.
I can imagine, yeah.
Well, you seem like nice people. Might have had another chat if you were coming on the way in, but you're on the way out, so just I can say is the best of luck to you. I like your bird, sir.
Thank you.
Anything we should be on the lookout?
The beast!
The beast!
The beast!
The beast!
The beast!
I have a question.
I have an answer.
just to keep an eye out, because we are adventurers, are there any, like, known criminals on the run that we should be careful of, besides the beast, of course?
Fucking every person in the expanse.
Oh.
Probably. I don't know. It's a wildlands out there.
It is quite wild out there.
Okay.
You have a very calming way about you, I have to say so.
It's my job.
Yeah.
But don't fucking
There's
cross
something
me.
about you just screaming the beast that really
Dork,
puts
give
me
me
at
drive.
ease.
Dork, give me drive.
Yeah, go. Start the car.
Dork, can you hit the gas?
I don't know what you mean. This is a normal gnome. What do you mean?
I don't like him, Dork.
What do you mean?
Mom,
Gnomes are
I
just
don't
like
like
this.
him.
Dork, he has Dork,
And
he
he-
has
Turn up the
his
volume.
It's been
crazy
so
eyes.
long since I
He's
saw
got those
another gnome.
crazy
He's
eyes.
fine.
I
It's
realize-
fine.
crazy
fine.
I
eyes.
realize every single gnome I have is kind of crazy.
Yeah, exactly. They're just like that.
Okay, well, I'm not entirely sure whether I'm officially a criminal or not, so I'd like if we just moved along.
Oh, fine. Did it very well.
He kinda
Thank you
steps-
for your help.
He steps back and waves you across. Says, "Well, good luck."
All right.
I don't respond.
We're not talking to him
Dork
anymore.
will wave and
And-
give
Drive,
a
drive,
gnomish
drive.
goodbye.
drive.
And then he will
Heads down, window up.
Away.
Yeah, I'm slowly rolling the window up as I stare.
All right.
I love that this fucking caravan is just turning more and more into just a truck every day.
Do you think he actually liked Reach, or was that like code for like I'm on to you?
I mean, did Reach do anything?
No, but
I'm
I've
coming.
done things.
Reaches.
I
You don't
think the
know.
only one here that hasn't committed like serious crimes is Doric.
That's actually quite true.
Uh,
I'm probably. Oh boy, if there was law enforcement in the Expanse, oh boy, they would not like me a lot.
No,
I'm
No,
not
they-
liked in my
arrested
hometown.
big
for
criminals.
crime, so you know.
Speaking
Yeah.
of,
It's understandable to be a bit disappointed that he didn't know me.
What are you, infamous?
Well, I was hoping at least a little bit.
Do we have to be worried about people knowing you?
Well, it's fine. It's fine.
That's not reassuring.
He will be a
That's
little
what-
bit pouty.
oh my god.
There are no.
Alright, that's what. Okay.
There are a few lawmen in the Expanse, correct? That's what I've gathered. It's pretty
There
fast
are-
and loose with the.
There are few. Most of the towns have their own kind of individualized security. There are a couple of vigilante, people that go and round up outlaws in the Expanse, but it's
Oh,
It's
good. They
pretty
should mind their own
lawless.
business.
Dog,
Should
don't
they?
worry about what that
They should
random
go mind their
guard
own
says.
business.
No. The real people, the people who matter, they know who you are. They're after you.
Thank you, Amber. And did Amber say that out loud, that vigilantes should mind their own business?
To himself.
Herc will just be like, "Mind your business."
What is happening? I'm not even talking about you right now.
oh my god.
I understand this is something you might want to brag about, but my family has essentially put a hit on me, Doric.
Well, I
We
didn't
know,
say
You were
anything.
there.
No, I didn't. Yeah, we killed them.
You
10
didn't.
minutes.
Okay, you killed
Anyway.
the first people. Okay.
Anyway, it's not important. Let's just get on with it.
As
Just-
you get on with it, you are faced with a line of cliffs that go horizon to horizon, all in front
Yippee.
of you. And ahead of you is a paved path that goes through many hairpin turns, basically straddling the edge of this cliff as it climbs up the side of it.
Doric is going to send Dearest to carefully follow outside, keeping an eye on the carriage and its wheels to make
It
sure
is-
everything is safe and careful.
It is wide enough, just barely, for two carriages to pass each other. But There's no
While he is
guardrails
cloaked.
in the Forgotten Realms.
But there could be.
There could
And there
be.
should be.
Maybe Dork will invent them. Actually, we're not
Oh,
even in
hell
the
yeah.
Forgotten Realms. We're in Espa. We're on
Keep
Rockshire.
everyone safe.
So, can I have everyone make a survival check for me, please?
Survival check.
Yes.
13.
Oh boy.
That's
That's
a nat 1.
A 2.
Oh
A
boy.
4.
Oh, wait. Can I add guidance to myself?
You can, yeah, and anyone who has inspiration can use it.
I got a
I
10.
have it. Okay, how much is
16.
inspiration?
You get advantage.
Inspiration. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, better. 13.
Okay. Barely. The lookouts around this carriage see a patch of dirt that looks mighty unstable coming upon your path. And before you run over it, you tell who's ever driving to steer a little bit away. And as you rumble on past it, it falls away, leaving, 3 or 4 foot gash in the side of the mountain that probably would have broken your wheel, or at the very worst case, sent you tumbling down a little bit.
Oh, great.
But luckily, over
Get avoided, dipshit.
yeah, this is a long climb. These cliffs are probably I don't know heights, maybe 2,000 feet high. So you actually have to camp one night on the cliffside. Luckily, there looks to be like a little bit of a rest stop, kind of carved into the rock where you can
Truck
park.
stop?
Yeah, like a little
Are there
truck
showers?
stop.
Parking
Are there
lot.
showers?
There is a tiny trickle of water coming down the side of the mountain where some people are showering.
Some people.
You don't.
Shower.
I'm just seeing like a huge orc in like trucker overalls and a little cap. That's all I see.
Yeah, that's Scott.
Oh, good, yeah,
It's
yeah.
Davis.
Good man.
But for the sake of brevity, nothing happens to you at the Bounding Cliffs truck stop. And you continue
goodness.
on, and you reach the top, and for the first time in I think almost a month, you are no longer within the bounds of the Tana Republic and are back in the wilds of the Elmsdwell Expanse.
Thank the spirits. Finally out of that place.
Yeah, somehow feels fresher here. I don't know how.
It does. As you've reached the top of the cliffs, you start seeing trees again for the first time in many, many days.
That's how.
I'll do it.
Deciduous trees that are all barren of their leaves, but off to the right, you see a beautiful meadow. Just get some ambience queued up. See a beautiful meadow off to the right, and you see the Amesholm Timberland off to the left. The same forest where you guys kind of had your first adventure together.
It's so cool to be back.
Oh yeah, Ember's missing nature now. That's a big character development.
Yeah.
And
I'm so far from the fuck's a nettle.
oh yeah, the fuck's
is
a
a
nettle?
nettle?
The fuck is a nettle?
Still one of my proudest moments.
The McDonald's in the meadow. Yeah. So you travel through the forests, getting ever denser. This is not proper ambience because there's no birds out right now because it's winter. But there's a light snow on the ground actually that crunches underneath the wheels, and you breathe in the crisp air. A little overcast today, and for the night comes quicker than normal because it's winter. And you bed down. Does anyone keep? So I meant to be asking. Does anyone really keep watch when you guys are bed down, or are you guys just leaving the carriage?
Not while we're in the carriage, I don't think.
Yeah.
If anything, it's usually Dearest, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
Dearest is always. I think I said before, like Dearest will like go and make like a round around the carriage every now and then.
Sure. So you guys bed down, What have you told Dearest to do in case of events?
Dearest will try to be intimidating as possible. If he's attacked, he will attack back and try to make as much noise as possible and get us if he can.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm thinking about how I want to do this.
You're good, you're good.
How do you want to do this?
How do I want to do this? So, you guys have bed down off the road for the night. It is cold and it is blustery outside. And dear Doric, you wake up in the middle of the night and you hear kind of, it sounds like a strange noise coming from Dearest. Not like an alert noise, but kind of like a happy noise almost. And then you hear kind of like him rush off into the night.
What? Dork will grab his cloak and also his gun. And who would be useful for this? I'm gonna try and get. I'm gonna try and get Lawrence to come with me. Like knock on his door, get something to wield and a shield. Something's out there.
All right. He quickly grabs something to wield and a shield, and he dons his armor.
And Dork will just put up his hood and leap outside to like quickly survey it around and with his rifle pointed.
Make a perception check, both of you.
Perception check.
Okay, that's an 18.
Don't fuck this up for me.
Oh, and I give myself guidance.
18. Because I don't have.
Modified 20.
Okay. You see, Dearest has kind of rushed out to the edge of, I guess, the protection area of your carriage to go and confront two people that have been. It looks like they've kind of walked up within 50 feet of your carriage. Both of them are cloaked. And you see one of them looks like both of them are cloaked. It's very dark, and the only reason you could see them is because you rolled that high. But they're about 60 feet away.
Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
A man who can blow your head off from all the way over here.
Oh my god, no, just calm down, just calm down. It's gonna be fine. They know me, it's gonna be fine. It's Beauty!
Dirk will just
What
look.
the fuck is Beauty doing here?
I don't know who that is.
Oh my god, you never met. How do I know it's the real Beauty?
She just kind of smiles a little bit.
What the fuck would the fake Beauty sound like?
I don't fucking know. All right.
How's Ember? How's Emrys? How's everyone doing?
Yeah, all right. It's the real Beauty. Get the hell.
Come on, let us over here.
Beautist, come back. They're okay.
Thunk.
She was training under Karak, and she joined us. She joined Amber, Amherst, and I for our first adventure in She-Ra.
I see.
And then faster than you would expect, Beauty is near you guys. She's like, I'm an old friend. Nothing's wrong. Where's Ember? She like gets like for the other hooded figure that she was with.
Oh.
And who's the other one, by the way?
I'll get to introducing her in a moment. Is Ember like awake and around?
He's sleeping, but we can change that.
Okay, no. keep that way.
Yeah.
Uh,
Keep it that way.
Yes. Well, she's good at introductions. Beauty's just gonna kind of put her head in her hands of just being like, "Oh, I did not think about this."
Oh, you want me to tell my
Um,
name?
That'll be a start.
Literally surprised you didn't know me already. He's gonna pull down the hood and you see Alamora Kinitara.
Oh no.
Who?
Ember's contact, formerly
Oh, no.
underboss of Gerlinda Riverbuck with the burned arm.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He lived here to
her.
die once.
And
Yeah,
that is where we'll end tonight's session.
No. Oh.
Holy shit! Are we getting Beauty back?
For a
Is
little bit.
Lily
yeah.
like a
Yay!
long-term character again?
For a little bit.
Hopefully,
Fuck yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
just
Hey, just-
hanging out.
Yeah, so Beauty's back. Allie's back.
Oh god. Oh.
Fun reunion.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not all good tidings with Beauty coming back.
Oh?
Oh, also, I do want to note, when she walks up, she's got a big ass sword on her back. She's got a big long, like
Huge.
nice long sword.
This is a
Huge.
great sword, bestie. This is a
Oh, great sword,
huge
great
fuck
sword.
off great sword.
Yeah.
Probably taller
Yeah.
than her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's got bigger hair since you last saw her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her hair is like way huge and
It-
wavy.
Yanka, you're spot on the money.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was the inspiration.
Oh, okay.
That's great sword.
I have her new reference if you want me to share it.
Yeah, put it in there.
Yeah. There
My
she
queen
is.
guts.
My
Ooh.
queen.
Pretty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. So you guys, this is
Oh, isn't
exactly
that pretty?
exactly where I wanted you guys to get to. It's a shame we only had an hour and a half session. There were some fun things I kind of wanted to do with the gate and with encounters. Maybe I was considering having you guys have an antlion fight. Unfortunately, that might be for a one shot. But
I knew there was a reason Lily was here.
oh really?
I
Just-
thought she was just trying to spectate.
She was. And
A little bit.
now she's
A
playing.
little bit.
Beauty's back. You guys met Cork.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
this was a fun session. Nice little
This was
short,
very
low
nice.
stakes session. And I think next session, you might you might see the beast. Who knows?
There's also a good chance that Ellie just slits Ember's throat the second they see each other.
Maybe. We'll see.
See how good or bad this goes.
Don't
Yeah.
worry. We'll
did
kill
not-
her if she fucks around.
She's one of my
I did
favorite
not
NPCs.
expect to see her again.
She's one of my favorite NPCs. I can't leave her behind. Like,
Did I ever like hang out with her at all?
yeah. I'll say you know.
No, like me as a person, do I know her at all?
Oh,
No.
After my time.
No, this is after. This is after. your
Okay.
Yeah,
time.
she came kind of late in the town arc. She was a part of my backstory.
She was,
Okay.
yeah. Yep. All right, everyone. I wish everyone good night. Thank you to everyone for playing. Thank you to the
Yeah.
spectators for spectating. And next session, be the full 3 hours.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for
Yeah,
DMing.
thank you.
Yeah.
Of
Thank
Yes. Fun.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, homie.
you.
Good night.